The Silicon Valley morning started like any other for Tesla employees, but by noon on July 25, 2025, everything had changed. Tesla's much-anticipated Robotaxi launch in California came to a screeching halt when state regulators dropped a bombshell announcement that left the entire autonomous vehicle industry reeling. If you think this story is just about one company's setback, hit that subscribe button because what happened next will change how we think about self-driving cars forever. The California Public Utilities Commission delivered a devastating blow to Elon Musk's Robotaxi dreams just hours before Tesla was set to begin operations across the Bay Area. Tesla staff had been buzzing with excitement on Thursday, receiving internal communications that the revolutionary self-driving taxi service would launch throughout San Francisco, Marin County, and surrounding regions within days. The atmosphere at Tesla's Palo Alto headquarters was electric, with engineers and executives preparing for what they believed would be a historic moment in transportation history. But Friday morning brought crushing reality when CPUC officials confirmed that Tesla was forbidden from rolling out its Robotaxi service anywhere in California. The regulatory agency's statement sent shockwaves through Tesla's corridors, where employees had been working around the clock to perfect the launch logistics. The timing couldn't have been worse. Tesla had already begun positioning vehicles, training support staff, and preparing marketing materials for what Musk had promised would be the future of urban mobility. The regulatory maze that Tesla now faces reveals the complex web of permissions required for autonomous vehicle deployment in California. Unlike other states where Tesla has successfully launched Robotaxi services, California demands multiple layers of approval from different agencies, each with its own stringent requirements. The California Public Utilities Commission requires specific authorization for any autonomous vehicle operation that involves public passenger service, whether paid or unpaid, creating a bureaucratic barrier that Tesla apparently underestimated. Tesla's permit situation in California resembles a complex puzzle with missing pieces that the company never submitted for approval. The CPUC confirmed that Tesla has not applied for the Transportation Network Company permit, which is essential for ride-hailing operations in the state. Additionally, Tesla hasn't participated in the CPUC's Autonomous Vehicle Passenger Service Program, a requirement that specifically governs driverless taxi operations. This oversight represents a significant miscalculation by Tesla's legal and regulatory affairs teams. The California Department of Motor Vehicles adds another layer of complexity to Tesla's permit challenges. Currently, Tesla only holds a DMV permit for testing autonomous vehicles with a safety driver present, which falls far short of the driverless operation they intended to launch. DMV spokesperson confirmed that Tesla hasn't applied for additional permits from their agency, which would be required before the CPUC could even consider approving a driverless taxi application. This creates a sequential approval process that could take months or even years to complete. What makes Tesla's situation particularly problematic is the state's history of scrutinizing the company's autonomous driving claims. The DMV has previously accused Tesla of misleading consumers about the capabilities of its driver assistance systems, including autopilot and full self-driving features. This contentious relationship with regulators has created additional skepticism about Tesla's readiness for unsupervised autonomous operations, making the permit approval process even more challenging behind closed doors at regulatory offices. Concerns about Tesla's autonomous driving technology have been mounting for months. Unlike Waymo and Cruise, which have undergone extensive testing and validation processes with California authorities, Tesla's approach to autonomous driving relies heavily on neural networks and real-world learning rather than pre-mapped routes and extensive sensor arrays. This fundamental difference in technology philosophy has raised questions among safety regulators about whether Tesla's system is truly ready for unsupervised public deployment. The technical concerns extend beyond just the autonomous driving capabilities to encompass the entire robotaxi ecosystem Tesla planned to deploy. Regulators worrying about Tesla's ability to handle edge cases, unusual traffic situations, and emergency scenarios without human intervention. The company's full self-driving system, while impressive in controlled conditions, has shown inconsistent performance in complex urban environments, leading to questions about its reliability for commercial passenger service. Safety advocates have been particularly vocal about Tesla's approach to autonomous vehicle development, arguing that the company's beta testing methodology puts public safety at risk. Unlike traditional automotive companies that conduct extensive closed-course testing before public deployment, Tesla has historically used its customer base as test subjects for autonomous driving features. This philosophy clashes with regulatory expectations for robotaxi services, where public safety takes precedence over rapid deployment. The timing of California's regulatory intervention reveals deeper concerns about the autonomous vehicle industry's rush to market. Just as Tesla was preparing to launch, similar questions were being raised about other companies' readiness for large-scale robotaxi deployment. The regulatory pushback represents a broader shift toward more cautious oversight of autonomous vehicle technology, prioritizing thorough validation over speed to market. Industry insiders suggest that Tesla's permit problems stem from a fundamental misunderstanding of California's regulatory environment. While the company has successfully launched robotaxi services in Texas, where regulations are more permissive, California's complex multi-agency approval process requires a different approach. Tesla's legal team apparently assumed that existing permits would be sufficient for robotaxi operations, a miscalculation that has now derailed their launch timeline. The financial implications of this regulatory setback extend far beyond Tesla's immediate operational plans. Wall Street analysts had been closely watching the California robotaxi launch as a key indicator of Tesla's autonomous driving progress and future revenue potential. The sudden halt to operations raises questions about Tesla's ability to execute on Musk's ambitious promises about autonomous vehicle deployment and profitability. Tesla's competitors in the autonomous vehicle space are watching these developments with keen interest, as California's regulatory stance could affect their own deployment plans. Waymo, which has been operating limited robotaxi services in California for years, went through an extensive permit approval process that took considerable time and resources.